So a lot of people have been asking me, Honeybee, why are you using Scorpion as the cameo for Reptile? Why not use Motaro? Why not use Darrius? Why not use Sub-Zero, Sareena? Like, there's a lot of options out here, guys. There's a lot of options when it comes to cameos. So let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about it. Let me show you the list. I'm not gonna go through like every cameo out here, but there's a lot of options when it comes to cameos. And when it comes to it, you're always, it's a give and take. All right, it's a give and take out here. There's different cameos. So for one thing, cameos, they affect your health, right? Some will give you an extra 50, an extra 100. Like for example, Sareena, she'll give you an extra 50 health. Darrius, an extra 50 health. Kano takes away 50 health. I think Jax gives 100 health. And then you have some other cameos that don't affect health at all. So that's one thing. That's one thing. It's something to consider, but I don't think it should be at the forefront of like why you're going to use a certain cameo over another. But there's other things to consider when it comes to cameos, right? It's like, does the cameo that I'm looking at, does it extend combos? Does it give me a combo ability that I don't normally have? Does it allow me to do that off of strings that normally I wouldn't be able to combo from, right? Does it give me good pressure options? Does it give me defensive options? Does it get me around zoning potentially? That's an issue that some people face. Like, there's a lot of stuff when it comes to cameos that can affect like who you want to play. Some characters you can even use a cameo to like get a combo off of like a back throw, for example. There's a lot of things to consider. Another thing is like some cameos like Stryker even can give restand potential. So I'm gonna talk about a couple of these cameos. Let's start with Darrius and Sareena. We're gonna go through a couple. I'm not gonna go through everybody out here, but we're gonna talk about some stuff. My bad. Okay. And this is why you want to use Darrius. Because with Darrius, you get a nice little reset potential, whatever. That's the main reason you want to use Darrius. He does also offer an extra 50 HP, but the main reason you want to use him is so you can get that reset. Like, you can get some chip stuffs with him, I guess, you know, do some cool stuff, do some shit like this if you want some cool combos. But like, the main reason you're using him is for that Oki combo, right? So that you can get some stuff. Outside of that, there's Sareena. Now, why don't I use Sareena? Sareena's good as shit. She's like she might be like, I think she's the most beginner-friendly character in this game. Mainly because of this bullshit. You just throw that out there, and a lot of times you're gonna hit someone with it, and then you're gonna get a full combo. I can be over here, and I can just throw her out. Oh man, she hits. Now I get a full combo. Bam. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Congratulations, you just did a Sareena combo. You can also do this, and then you can do this, and you can loop it again. Look at that. Sareena combos out here. Boom. Boom, boom. Some shit like that. That's why you want to use Sareena, training wheel cameo. Essentially, she's very, very beginner friendly because of this attack. It's very hard for people to deal with, especially right now. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets nerfed in the future. She also has the ability to steal meter by using this thing. I have the super meter. We'll put default. If you look in the bottom left corner, you'll see that his meter gets drained by a full bar. So, like, she has that. And then she has other little stuff with, like, this kick. She has a single projectile. But the main reason people are using Sareena, let's not kid ourselves, is because of that move. So there's that. And, like, the thing is, yes, Sareena, she's great. She's a great cameo. But she's just a little bit boring. Like, that's just what it comes down to. It's like, I kind of want more cool stuff. Another reason, I don't know if I mentioned this, another reason that you might want to use certain cameos is for like setup potential. Like, for example, Frost, she can do some really good setups with her like ice trap stuff. A lot of times you can also get like mix-ups off of certain stuff as well. But like Frost, I don't think she has the ability to like set up her ice orb with Reptile. I don't think she can do it that well. Jax has some cool stuff with like the unblockable ground pound and extensions like that. You know, Goro can provide good combo potential with his ambush thing, and he can also like provide pressure as well using that up punch thing. Stryker actually has something that's kind of cool for Reptile. With Stryker, he has the ability to do like an overhead. That's this thing, by the way, guys. This thing. It's -1 if you do a low, and if you do an overhead, it's +6. But either way, it just knocks them down. So it's giving you the ability to get some safe 50-50 mix that can actually lead to pressure situations as well. The only problem is you're not getting a whole lot of damage out of it, but it does provide that. He also has the ability to throw out some of these grenades and stuff, which can be really good. You can kind of approach pretty safely with his stuff. And he also gives the ability for a restand, which can be very useful for some characters more so than others with that, because when you restand someone with that shit, you have 35 frames of hit advantage out here. So if I did a combo, something like this, let's say, something simple. Actually, no, something simple, something like this. Into this. Now he's there long enough that I actually could go in with the overhead, right? I could go in with the overhead here and potentially try to get like a new combo going. The problem with doing this overhead is his overhead is low, but you know, he'll hit some people, and like if you hit them, you can get a full combo. I think this might be his best meterless. Not 100% sure, but that's pretty good for him. So that's one reason why you might want to use Stryker. Let's go with some Goro and Motaro, because a lot of people are liking to talk about this. Goro can be really good. Goro can be really good because he provides the ability to combo off of certain things that you wouldn't normally be able to, and he can give you some like pressure. So for example, you can do a string like this. Oh, my bad. Like this. And now that's actually plus. If you time this right, -5, but that timing was right. So like that's +8, right? So this gives you a little bit of pressure options to do some stuff. So that's nice, right? That's nice for him. He does also provide a little bit of a mix-up thing with this grab. If they're ducking, you can throw them and you can get a full combo off of it. Something like that for 32%. So he offers that. He has this unblockable ground stomp, but I haven't yet found a way to make it practical for Reptile. Granted, I haven't spent that much time in the lab, but either way. The other thing that's great for Goro is he does provide the ability to get combos off of some of Reptile's strings that normally you can't combo off of. So for example, 4-2-1-1, this string, not special cancelable. You can't do anything with that. Same thing with this, the 4-2-4, same thing with stand 3. You can't special cancel off of any of these things, so if you don't have an ambush Kameo option, you're not going to be getting anything out of that, which is one of the reasons I don't really like Sareena. Now, as I was saying before, Sareena's great because she's going to give you a bunch of, you know, random hits that can lead into full combos, but I just kind of feel like down the line it won't be as good. What does ambush mean? Ambush means that you can get these guys out while you're doing stuff. So while I'm jumping, right? While I'm jumping, while I'm attacking, while I'm doing basically anything, the Kameo will come out. Summon assist puts your character in a stance where they can't move at all. So this, I'm pressing buttons, whatever, my character is stuck. So that's the difference between ambush and summon. Summons, you have to stay in that position. Ambush, you can call them out whenever. So if I wanted to do something like this, right, I can extend this combo now because I got Goro out here. So now I got almost 22%, right, for doing this thing. When normally this would only do, you know, about 12. So that's nice, right? If I do something like this, now I got 24%, right? 24%, when normally if I don't have an ambush Kameo, I'm getting 14%. I have this. I got almost 21%, when normally I'm getting 10. Right, so Goro is providing you the ability to get combo extensions off of stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to extend off of. Not a whole lot of extra damage, but you're getting some stuff out there. Like that's pretty solid, right? That's pretty solid. We have Motaro over here. That main reason people are talking about Motaro is because of this shit. You know, you do this into spit, and if you time it right, you can extend a combo off a spit. I could probably do something like this. So like that's 38% for no bars. A Chino dropping 20 bits in the chat. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, you get 39% no bars because of that. So that's pretty good. Now, I'm sure there might be other ways to use Motaro. Like, for example, I could do a force ball, enhance it, go to the other side, sandwich them with it, right? That could be pretty useful. You get the idea. You get the idea. So you could do some shit like that with him. He also has some other pretty interesting options, I will say. I think Motaro definitely would be a good Kameo for Reptile as well, because you can do stuff like, he also has this shield, reflects projectiles. That's just an overall nice thing to have. As you can see though, if you just call it out, it'll use half your Kameo bar, but if you call it out and make him like stay longer, it drains your Kameo bar longer, if you look at that Kameo bar there. So he has that. He has this triple thing that uses all of your Kameo bar, but that can be good to, you know, pressure, do stuff like that. And he also has a low that uses half your Kameo bar, and that's actually plus on block. So you could do some stuff like this, you know, and like you're plus 5. So you could try to continue pressure, whatever, stuff like that. I think Motaro definitely could be a really good Kameo for him. I just haven't experimented that much with him. But the thing that Motaro is lacking is what I was saying before. Like when it comes to cameos and stuff, it's a give and take, right? It's a give and take. What am I prioritizing? Do I want big damage? Do I want combo ability that I don't normally have? Do I want to avoid projectiles? Do I want like a cool setup or something? It's a very much a give and take thing. Like, what are you prioritizing first? So yeah, like Motaro can definitely offer a lot of that stuff, but when it comes to like some of these strings, right? When it comes to like this string, you can't combo off of that anymore, right? I can't combo off of this. I can't combo off of this anymore now. If I do this, I'm not going to be able to combo that. I'm not going to be able to combo my Sand 3 anymore, right? So now I'm giving that up in order to get some of those other things. So there's that. Now, I'm not going to go over every Kameo. For one thing, I haven't really highly experimented with all of them. But you kind of get the gist. Like, and let me go over Scorpion and kind of show why I'm liking Scorpion as an option. I don't really know who else to put there. I don't really know a whole lot about Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, well, actually, I'll talk a little bit about Sub-Zero. The main thing for Sub-Zero that he has is this. So Sub-Zero has this ice armor, completely negates projectiles, right? So he has that. He has this shoulder thing that I think has invincibility on it, which can be, I think, a decent wake-up option. And he also has this freeze, right? So you can do something like this into freeze. And like now, you can do a combo, right? And now you're frozen like during that and whatever. So like that could be pretty useful as well, actually. Like Scorpion, I mean, Sub-Zero definitely could provide some good stuff for him. You can stay back if you want to zone, have this ice armor on, and now they just kind of have to hold that. They can't throw projectiles back, but they can like jump a projectile, or they can armor through a projectile. They could do something like that to get through it. But he once again, you know, you're not getting that combo ability off of certain moves like this, off of certain moves like this, off of certain moves like that. You're not going to be getting that with Sub-Zero. But you know, he does offer a lot too. Now with Scorpion. Scorpion, I'm using him because of a few things. I like the fact that he gets combo extensions, where normally you can't combo off of things. For example, this string. You get that. There we go. So the optimal is 35. But that's a little bit harder to hit. But so you're getting a lot more damage out of a string that normally you'd be getting a 14% for if you hit them with. You can, this stand 3, look at the range on this thing. This range is like right outside of there. So you can hit them like from here with a stand 3. You're getting 10% normally. This moves -7, safe on block. But if you're doing this into Scorpion, you know, now you're getting a full combo. Now you're getting a full combo if you hit them. And if you want to cash out damage, you're getting 32% now for a button that normally you can't combo. And look at that, like the range is good. Obviously, you know, it's not always gonna be hidden. Sometimes you might find yourself doing something like this and calling and hoping that it hits, and then it doesn't. But you know, it doesn't. And then you use half your bar, and then you gotta let it come back. But in the event that you do hit them, and many times I found that it works for me, it can work. I found that Cyrax Baraka's pretty good cameo. You tried Cyrax? I was looking at Cyrax a little bit for Reptile, but not a whole lot. I didn't really see much stuff that I was liking. With Cyrax, he does have the ability to do this string into... With Cyrax, I know you can do this into this and make it like a safe block string for a lot of chip and stuff. So he does provide that, but I haven't seen a whole lot outside of that he provides. So yeah, now you're getting a lot more damage off of this, right? As we've discussed. Getting a lot more damage off of that. Getting a lot more damage off of this. Oops. And like the ability to... The thing is, with a string like this, right? I'm getting a solid 34% off of this. Now, the thing is, you can hit confirm this into the force ball instead, right? You don't have to finish this string, but sometimes it's nice to just have that ability to, like, get the 3 hits before having to hit confirm into something. Sometimes you'd be surprised how often it's nice to have that, that option there. You also get the option to do this, right? So similar to Goro, like it's kind of the same type of thing, right? You're getting the ability to combo off of a lot of these moves that normally you wouldn't be able to, but you're getting a lot more damage with Scorpion than you would with Goro. Also, if I'm doing a combo like this, I can extend this, right? This is 38% no bar. 38% no bar, and for one cameo call, I think that's quite good. Now the other benefits that Scorpion provides, he does have this getaway move that can be used on wake up. It can be used sometimes when you're in like you're just close to your opponent and you want to get out. As long as you're not in the corner, it's a pretty decent option to use to get out, and you can get out and like run back in even, you know. So sometimes you can see people like whiffing some shit and then you can just fucking run back in. So I think that's kind of good. I do like that. He also has this overhead that you can use, and you can get a combo with that, and you can kind of mix it in. Like you can do, instead of 4-2 low, right? 4-2 overhead. Now it could be maybe somewhat reactive, but you'll catch people with it. And like the same kind of a deal with the back 3-1-3. It ends in a low, so you could go for the overhead instead, right? 30 frame overhead is kind of icky, you know. It can work. It can definitely work. So, you know, and then you can get a full combo. I think that's optimal for 32%. Not 100% sure, but it's pretty good. Another thing that I get with Scorpion as a cameo is I do get the ability to set up my invisibility. So like if I do something like this, right? Now I'm invisible. Now it's not as good of a setup as you're gonna get with like Sub-Zero, for example, but it's still definitely a setup that you could use that's plausible, and you know, it could work. So that's really like what it comes down to, right? that's really what it comes down to, is like, what are you going to prioritize? Now, I'm not going to say that I'm just going to use only Scorpion forever. Like, I'll probably try experimenting with some other cameos, but I've found Scorpion to be very good. That gives me I like that all of his moves that he has, I find they could be useful. Now, I'm not usually going for his overhead, but the option's always there, you know? And some of these other cameos, like Goro, for example, I have no idea why I would want to use that punch walk. I have no idea why I would want to use that stomp thing. I just don't really see the benefit in it. I do see Motaro as being a really good cameo for Reptile. I see Sub-Zero can do a lot of stuff. Darrius, I see, can do some stuff. It's just with Darrius is like, his setup that he gets, while it's really good, if you delay wake up, now it's done. And he used his whole ambush, or his whole cameo bar in order to do it. So, you know, and then, you know, like, he could delay it if he knows you're going to delay it. But then it becomes this whole mind game. You know, is he going to delay it? Is he not going to delay it? And like, if he doesn't delay it and you just delay wake up, you might find that these Reptile players will just be doing like a back 3-1 into force ball, because, you know, they're maybe not going to hit confirm that, and then now they're punishable and whatever. So, you know, it's a give and take. What are you guys going to prioritize when it comes to cameos? But there's a lot of good stuff out there, and as I was saying before, Sareena, she's a great cameo. Maybe too great. Maybe I should just use her for the sake of using her at some point, but to me, I just don't find her as fun, and I want to have fun with this game. But if you guys are checking this on YouTube, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what cameos you're using and if this guide helped at all. Thanks for watching.